Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
It's Monday.
It is Monday. Modern Magic Mondays, in fact.
As some might call it.
And boy, oh boy, have things happened over the past week.
Excuse me.
Over the past week, my friends. Things
have happened.
Things have happened. And first off, I want to welcome you. To another fantastic edition of Modern Magic Mondays. Nan's still trying to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and try
I think
and talk.
I sneak in a little bit of bite here and there.
Fill in the time for you guys before
while we get started.
Our host, Mutaran, dude.
What up?
Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, dude. And so things have happened. If you guys have been living under a rock, you may not have known that Star City Games was hosting some different events around the country. Yes, regionals. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you brought that up. Regionals. Nan and I, at the Real Nan Man.
Yep.
We decided to go to Baltimore. Give it a shot. See what happens. Nan obviously ready to run Infect, and he was ready to go. I'm gonna tell the story for you, so you just continue.
Nice.
Yeah, no
Nice.
problem.
Nice.
So this is I'm gonna recreate for you guys what happened on his first round. So he sits down, right? And he's got his stuff all laid out, his deck's ready to go. He's shuffling. The head judge is like, "All right, your 50 minutes starts now." And then I'm sitting probably like I would say give or take 4 or 5 tables away. Yeah, 4 or 5 tables, and
perfect view.
Yeah, perfect view. By the way.
Somebody else from our shop, Johnny, was actually the next row up of tables and sitting, so he was facing me.
Perfect.
So he could see me too.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, I just hear, "Judge!" And I know Nan's voice. Like, I've been around Nan long enough that, like, I'm talking to my opponent. I believe his name is Steven. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear "Judge," and I look over, and he's got his hand up. And then
As you would to call the judge.
And then I look and I see that he has no opponent. What? Now, red flags are going off at this point because I'm like, Nan's playing Infect. And we're not totally biased against Infect here at Modern Magic Mondays at all. But I would be happy to call it a cheater deck, especially when Nan's playing it. And the fact that...
Just because I play different than other Infect players does not mean it's a cheater deck.
The fact that after 10 minutes his opponent did not show up tells me that Nan getting a first round bye at regionals tells me he's a very lucky man. However, it did not go well for us after that.
My luck ran out real quick.
real quick. I am proud to say that I went 0-4 before I dropped. Nan, toughing it out, he decided he's going to at least attempt to get a win. And he did.
I did. I played against elves, and I beat an elf player.
You did. I'm proud of you.
I'm going to do a full recap of it at some point.
Sure. You don't want to talk about the other thing that happened? I think this is we're a teaching stream here at Modern Magic Mondays.
That's what we pride ourselves on.
And I think
educational and entertainment.
And I think Nan Man, he went through something pretty important this weekend. I think you can give your full recap in like your video and everything, but I think you should tell everyone at home what happened.
Well, so regionals took place, and after the banning, things got shaken up a little bit.
Sure.
There was probably no dredge in the room. 0.
That's
there
not
was
true.
at
I did
least
see one dredge.
okay,
yeah.
One dredge. There was at least one Suicide Zoo player. We know that much. I'd say probably 3 or 4 Infect players.
Okay.
Out of 292 players.
We'll talk about that too.
292 players. And found out that the meta has decided that any deck that's running black right now is kind of where you want to be.
Mutaran believes so as well with bug range.
Yeah, so
I would like to see that deck list, by the way.
Lots of Jund running around.
Jund?
Yep.
All right.
There's some Grixis running around. Also, Demir Control was a thing there. So yeah, there's some powerful deck. Pretty much the theme of it. If you're running black, you were having a good time. Because there's this card called Fatal Push.
I've never heard of it.
I know it's a new thing, guys.
It's a new card. Holy moly!
1 black instant, destroy target creature with burn mana cost 2 or less.
Wow. Okay.
Revolt. If you have a permanent leave the battlefield this turn, it's 4 or less.
Permanent,
yeah.
Not creature, not artifact.
No, so you can fetch
like
like you would in Modern and say, you know what, that 4 drop now that's dead too.
Oh, awesome.
So that's there. But so previous meta, and I'll talk more about this when I do my video. But previous meta was very centered around white-based decks, in the sense that Path to Exile was so good, and a lot of the red-based decks, if you will, Lightning Bolt, was not as prevalent anymore. As our
Still
meta
the
shaped
most
up.
played card.
Now that things have shifted back over, Lightning Bolt's pretty good again.
It is pretty good.
You know,
it's always
Fatal
been
Push
good.
is pretty good.
Hey.
So, in fact, not so good against these decks. Turns out.
Yeah.
You know. Now, there could be some more tweaks that you need to do to it. Maybe run... Because we did see one list at the first SCG Open after the banning for the Classic. Ran a playset of Apostle's Blessing in there. That's a lot of protection to have. And maybe that's like where you need to go. Is just full on protect. I don't know.
You only run like 13 creatures, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
But, I mean,
maybe nine's not cutting it.
So 13 creatures, but you also have 4 Ink Moth.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So, so there's that to consider and think about going forward. There's also a Planeswalker that's seeing play in a lot of these Jund-based decks. She's been around for a while. You know, Liliana the Veil. Not the biggest, baddest Liliana out there right now. If you're running Infect. Last Hope crushes your hopes and dreams, by the way. You know, -2, -1 until your next turn. So, hey, you might use Pump to protect your guy. No, that doesn't matter because, yeah, your guy's still going to die. So, as it stands, in fact, not the best for the meta. But maybe as these like Jund decks start popping up a lot more, maybe Tron will put them in their place a little bit more.
Maybe.
Then Infect can come back a little bit. But as of right now, people are doing a lot more fair stuff, it seems.
Oh, sure. If you want to call Fatal Push fair.
I'm just saying.
You said it, I didn't. I love Fatal Push. But
they're doing a lot more fair things in Magic. It's not as degenerate. And that's a big part of why Infect is able to do really well, is if people are doing dumb and degenerate stuff, Infect can flourish. Like, you know. So we'll see. We'll see what happens as things progress and people start to figure out the meta more. But just wanted a little snippet. I'm not going to be playing Infect for a while.
He's not.
That's the takeaway message. So we have Modern Magic Mondays.
We do.
Some people to thank before we get into the rounds. Oh, regionals. There's more events coming up, though, that we're going to be going to. Only ever kills dudes. It's true. Can kill lands if they're man lands.
Now we're just getting into technicalities.
Yeah.
We're just getting into technicalities now. It's semantics.
Can't even burn them out with it. That's true.
So we got a couple of people on our Patreon donors list. People that find it in their hearts to toss a couple bucks our way each and every month to keep this stream alive. And we'd like to offer them a spot on the stream channel. And you'll see it in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen there. We've got Trip at Comic Kung Fu, who allows us to come in and take over and record all these matches up every Tuesday night to bring to you guys on a Monday. And then we have Christopher Bennett, Dionysus Bacchus, Real M&M, Table Judge Extraordinaire, Nan's fill-in when he decides he needs to go somewhere, like soon. And
PAX is coming up, guys. By the way.
Hey.
Hey.
Over there at Cork Street Tavern. So we like to be able to offer them a spot on the stream because they've hit that top patron donor level.
But then awesome.
Yeah, we also have Matthew Manson tossing $5 our way. Not enough to get on top of the channel there, but just enough to always get that shout out because we always do appreciate all the support that you guys are throwing our way, even if it's just stopping by. And
which is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. And then we also have Chris Carrozza, our Season 3 Modern Magic Mondays Invitational Champion, donating at a level high enough to play Magic with Nan online.
It's called the Battle Tier.
The Battle Tier. Oh, I like that.
You know?
The Battle Tier. So he's gonna. I think you all have decided: is it draft? Is it modern?
So he doesn't have Magic Online, so it'll be draft.
But it's free.
It is, but he doesn't have it. So that means he doesn't have any modern decks or anything.
Oh, I see. So it's draft.
So it will be draft.
Draft.
We just got to figure out a time when he can download it and play.
There you go.
So
there you go.
We'll get it all sorted out.
Sounds good.
You read off these guys while I finish doing this. I know I'm making you do.
Dude, you are on top of it. We also have some people that not hitting the patron side, but always want to give a shout out to them because they have tossed a couple bucks our way. We have Drewski Brew, as always, numero uno in our hearts. Always there in a clutch, tossing us a couple bucks. Mm-hmm. We've got Atticus, the mystery donor. We've got Tetradamus. We've got Dionysus Bacchus. Again, we've got Lilo Goif. We've got Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strog Smash, Weeaboo Wet Dream, Hellshock, Beast8, Anton 707, ICG, which is, I believe, Brian Nepper over at Incredible Cards and Games from Front Royal.
Sounds about right.
And then we also have my agent.
Yeah, Brett's agent really wanted him to sing a song, I believe, and that's why they decided to donate.
Yep, wanted me to sing, and still not happening. So
not yet.
There we go.
Not yet, but there's always time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
There's always time. But yeah, we just like to always make sure that we do some shout outs, let people know that we really are thankful for what's going on, and especially to you guys for coming out, hanging out with us as we do some more modern Magic for you guys.
Mm-hmm. So why don't we just jump into rounds?
Sure.
You know.
Fun fact: there's only 4 tonight.
Yes.
There's only 4 rounds.
Normally we have 5.
It was a slower night. Nam left early, so
for the first time in. I don't remember the last time I left early. First time I left early, guys.
I don't keep up with you.
I know, right? What up,
Yo, Tarma Twin, nice to see you, dude.
All right, let's get it going, guys. Boom, 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 boom.
So we got Ryan Jindra, a newer player, coming in on season 4, and he's piloting Burn. And then we've got Devin, the elusive modern Magic player.
Likes to hop around.
He does. Well, I think we've come down to the point where it's he's borrowing decks. Yes. I don't think he's either prepared or if he's, he doesn't have a modern deck that he's decided
he wants to play right now. And I think that's the big thing that he's got to decide. So he's just like, hey, can I borrow this? Are you what deck are you playing tonight? Are you playing that? Can I borrow that deck then?
Right.
Yeah, sure. Here you go. So last week we saw him on Goryo's Vengeance.
Yep.
This week he's rocking out Abzan Company. Now I do recommend players trying out different decks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely helps them learn the meta, learn the matchups a little bit better. But if you really want to get good in the modern format, is play one deck for a while. Really learn the ins and outs of that, learn the matchups kind of thing, then start branching out again. If you start getting bored with it, maybe that's not the deck for you to play. Maybe you need to try something different. So that's my tips and tricks. Devin's one of the players that I feel like gets bored with a deck or gets frustrated with a deck very easily.
That's fair. I would agree with that statement.
And he I don't think he's found the right one for him. Because you think about Modern, it's so diverse right now with the decks that you could play. Now, there's lots of options too. Like, I just want to have fun. Well, I'm not going to play a top tier deck as much as I want to have fun. Or if you're like, I want to have fun and I really want to win. Okay, well, there's these X amount of decks now available to you. Do any of these seem appealing? That one seems appealing. Okay, try it out. Do you like that? No, not really. Okay, we'll try this one. And you just got to kind of filter around and see what works for you. Now, Burn is one of our entry decks, if you will, into Modern.
I think so. I think it's at the price point of where players want to be when they're entering into Modern. It's not too expensive. If you want to make it like a true burn deck, right? You invest in cards like Goblin Guides, Atarka's Commands, the fetch lands. I mean, those are pricier cards. But we have seen players kind of play more budget style.
Yeah, they can go mono red if they want to. And they run those unearth creatures.
Yep.
So you do like the ball lightning style creatures. All right, here's this guy with trample. Nice. I like that. You know what? You don't get that one. I'll put that second. And you don't get that one either.
Wow, that's
nope, that one's not.
fascinating.
No, you don't get that one.
Yeah,
okay. We'll do it. Yeah.
Just really.
I like that. Oh, did he count out 7?
He did. He counted out. This is the 7 cards that you get.
Wow.
That's interesting. Huh. Well, hopefully it's a good 7.
Has Devin always had the tattoo on his fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't look at his fingers.
I mean, it would be a little weird if you looked at his fingers. That's just me, though.
That's just me. You don't go around and just like stare at people's fingers.
No, you know what? So I thought about this this weekend. Like,
okay, yeah, what?
I'm playing these matches, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that I don't know if I look at my opponent
in the face
as often as I like to believe I do.
You sit down. Yeah, I don't either because most of my attention is on the board state.
Yeah.
And looking at my hand, looking at the board state, because it's like this is the knowledge that I have. Why would I look up? You're not going to be like turning your cards over for me. I'm not stripping cards from your hand. So I think that's another thing too. If I'm playing a deck that is running Inquisition, running Thoughtseize, I'm more likely to look at my opponent.
That's weird.
Because I'm going to be like, all right, Inquisition targeting you, and I'm going to look at you where your hand is, and normally your hand's up by your, So that's what I do.
All you can really see. Mutaran says it's extremely acceptable. Devin at 15, it looked like it was a Hellspark, I think, that beat him down there.
Oh, yeah.
Devin's going to play a Birds on his first turn as we're catching up here. Here's a Viserys here.
So we've talked about the Abzan Company list before.
We have talked about it in the past. You're right.
It is a deck that is also prevalent in the meta.
Oh, it's very prevalent right now.
And one of the reasons why, in fact, not the best choice currently.
No.
Fix the lands. Yeah, some of our players that we have at the shop are very much lands in front players. Not as many anymore.
Not as many anymore. It is something that we do not heavily enforce here at Modern Magic Mondays just yet. Wizards hasn't come down and said, "Hey guys, you're playing our game." Deep breathing. So we have some old school players still.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta have those lands in front.
I do. Now Eidolon's nice because it does mess with the creatures that Devin wants to play. Everything, with one exception, in Devin's deck should be 3 or less.
Sure.
Murderous Redcap would be the only one that would cost more than 3. Now, as it stands, this matchup is in favor of Devin. Just based on the deck alone. With his ability to gain infinite amount of life. So basically he'll play Kitchen Finks, gain 2, he'll lose 2 off the Eidolon, so he stays at 13. Now he can say, I'm going to sack this 2 Viserys here.
Mm-hmm.
Scry 1.
Sure.
The Kitchen Finks will return, and normally it would have a -1 counter on it, but Malira is out, so saying, hey, you don't need to put a -1 counter on that guy. I will do this 1 million times. Just to pick a number.
Is that the number that you go for?
I go for... see, the problem is I also set myself up, and because I don't want to do the math of like, all right, I'll swing in 4. All right, 1 million minus 4. Ugh. But I usually just... Most people will stop and go, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. If I'm a damage-based strategy and don't have another way to win, then I will scoop up and we can go to game 2 and I can try to interact with you.
Sure.
Ryan, I guess, learning about the deck, kind of understanding what's happening. And we'll see him be like, you know what? You might be at 1,000,000 life or whatever, but
sure, I'll interact.
I'll at least
yeah.
start killing off your stuff. So now you can't gain any more life.
Yo, Turkish Yam Yam, do you guys know if there is a rule against saying you loot the combo so much that writing down the number would take hours?
Oh my.
No, but I normally go for I'll just randomize it around 1,000,000.
Yeah.
I'll be like 1,300,252.
And luckily, you should have a pad of paper or a boogie board there to write down a number, and then you can do things like that.
And see, Mutara makes a good point. I've decked an opponent who went infinite with Kalidas. So I mean, there's plenty of ways that you just have to hold out. So make them play it out.
That's really so. Yeah, if you can do that too if you have ways to interact. Because did he only go to 51? What? All right, you know what? Devin being a nice guy. I don't need 1,000,000 life. I just need 51.
That seems like it may be wrong.
That seems maybe not.
I mean, I know the goal is to get them from 20 to 0, but as a burn deck, I think there's more damage than just 20.
We have a Renegade Rallier.
Oh, the old Renegade Rallier.
And he's going to get his Revolts going off here, so he can return a permanent with converted mana cost 2 or less if something left the battlefield. So, hey, those fetching and all those stuff. So it looks like he's running Eldritch Evolution in his. Is that what that, I believe, is going on there? So, sack the bird to get that guy. I think that's a cool way to do things. And now he's going to go through the motion again, looking for a particular card. Maybe he's looking for that murderous red cap. I personally am a fan of running a what is that guy called? Blood Artist in my list. So I'll gain 3, you lose 1. Gain 3, lose 1. Gain 3, lose 1.
Right.
And it's just another quick way to do it. Plus, you can get that off core or collected company where you can't get murderous red cap off of it. So that could be something else he's looking for. Is Court of Calling. Ryan is not giving up. No, Ryan is a newer player to our shop.
Yep.
I don't know how experienced he is in the modern format, but maybe we also talked about this last week too. Is that if you have been playing Modern recently, within the last 6 months, you have never seen this deck. Probably, more likely than not, the Abzan Company list did not exist in your meta. Because everybody had all this hate in their graveyards to deal with Dredge. So, if there's so much graveyard hate, then it shuts down your combo from being able to work. You cannot gain 1,000,000 life if you cannot get creatures back from your graveyard. So good on Ryan, learning things out, figuring it out, trying to decide on how things work out. And he still has those interactions with Malira that he can bolt Malira and kill Malira off and do things like that. But there's another Renegade Rallier about to come out.
Love it. Secrets. Nan and I decided with someone else, with a couple other people at regionals, that we were going to try and make this Renegade Rallier work.
In just a green-white list.
In a green-white list.
Yeah, we were talking. Revolt trigger. Alright, so there is green in there, so potentially could be running a Tarkus command as well.
Could be. I'd be fine with that.
Now, here's the thing.
What you got?
Devin could be getting a game warning. Because he did do some scrying last turn. And he did not increase his life total on the life pad. I don't know, or on our tablet here. I don't know if he's doing it on his life pad, but he could for failure to maintain board state.
Mm.
But here we go. We'll wrap things up. Quarter calling, resolving to get Murderous Red Calf. And he says, okay, when this enters, you will lose 2 life. And then the same whole interaction with the Kitchen Finks kind of thing, where I'll sack it, scry, he'll return, does not get the minus counters, that'll be 2 to you, and I'll do this 8 times.
Nice. Voice and Smuggler's Copter.
Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to running Smuggler Copter in my black-white token list. But that's not happening right now. We've got sideboard tech coming up for you guys. One thing that we like to do here at Modern Magic Mondays is at least provide you all with what sideboards these players have. So, whose would you like to read off?
I'm going to read Ryan's.
Okay.
Ryan's got 2 Tormod's Crypt, 1 Smash to Smithereens, 1 Ball Lightning, 2 Dead and Gone, 3 Skullcrack, 2 Melt Terrain, 1 Leyline of Punishment, 1 Lava Spike, 1 Keldon Marauders, and 1 Pyroclasm. A couple cards that I'm not too familiar with, to be honest. Which is great, which is totally great, because Mutaran's already on it. If you guys do a exclamation point card, and then the name of the card will get you the Oracle text, all the information that you need at any point. So we've got 2 red, 2 colorless, sorcery, destroy target land, and it deals 2 damage to that land's controller.
Nice.
Okay, that seems fine.
Yep.
Let's see, what is Dead and Gone? While I'm checking out these cards, we'll come back to Ryan on picks. Why don't you let us know what Devin's got?
So, the other thing about the Abzan Company list is it is very much a toolbox deck, and you can see that from his sideboard, pretty much sitting there with a whole bunch of one-ofs. We've got our Vryn Wingmare here, Thoughtseize, Surgical Extraction, our Fairy Macabre.
Macabre.
That one. Thank you.
Fairy Macabre.
It looks like an R.
Yeah, that's how you say Macabre.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. English is a gooder language, I guess. Fatal Push. Look, even he's running Fatal Push.
I mean, it's a decent card.
Rex Sage, Abrupt Decay, Dauntless Escort, Tidehull Scholar, Quasali Ambusher, Anguished Unmaking, Sin Collector, and Phyrexian Revoker. So again, he's got so many options available in the sideboard for different matchups here. Knowing that he's playing against this burn deck, I think the way that his list is set up of just go combo is fine. There's nothing that is that much of an issue based on what we saw game 1 for him that he really wants to do. On Ryan's side, though, he does have at least 5 cards that I'd like to see him bring in here.
Yeah? What do you got? Skullcrack?
The 3 Skullcracks.
Nice.
And the 2 Tormod's Crypt.
Okay, and Tormod's Crypt reads how again?
So that is basically his graveyard hate here, where it's a 0-cost artifact, and he can exile. I'm pretty sure it's target players, but I gotta double check the exact one on that. Yeah, target player's graveyard. So the way that would work is he plays Tormod's Crypt, and Devin goes, well, I'll sack Kitchen Finks. While the persist trigger is on the stack, before he comes back, you say, okay, I will sack my Tormod's Crypt and exile your graveyard. Exiling away that Kitchen Finks, meaning your persist trigger fizzles out and your creature does not come back. So, could be a way to just kind of shut him down.
So players shuffling up, getting things set up, and ready to go for game number 2 here.
Let's do it.
Again, this is an uphill battle for Ryan. Probably not what he was expecting to face or looking to battle against.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal for the burn deck. I mean, obviously, the life gain really just puts a damper on what Ryan's trying to do, which is, just kill you.
Just
like,
burn you in the face.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of you as quickly as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, really, that needs to be his game plan going into game 2. He is going to be on the play, I assume. Ooh, I think I saw 2 Eidolon of the Great Revel in hand. That seems good. I like all of those. Maybe some lands. I see at least 1 mountain.
Yeah, you can go
He's definitely keeping that. Let's do it.
really quick and get him before he's ready to combo out.
That's a Hellspark or some sort of unearthed creature.
3 damage coming across.
I guess most importantly, it has haste.
Yes.
That's really what I wanted to say.
17. And we see a bird coming out. Just the consistent normal play that you'd expect to see.
Sure. Bop. Ryan did not have a good time.
Yeah, I would not think that players would have good times when they sit down and go, "Oh, you're the deck that just crushes mine." Yeah, no, I don't want to play this. And we've seen people like, "Oh, I'm playing Abzan Company. Sweet, cool. Oh, you have main board Relics of Progenitus? Why? Why are you doing that? No, don't do that." Actually, Tron is one of the ways to just deal with this Abzan Company list really well. Oh, you have Infinite Life? Okay, here's an Ulamog.
Yeah.
But you don't have a way to interact with me milling 20 cards off your library every turn? Okay, that sucks. Whew, another big swing in here. Dropping Devin down to 12. And he's got to pick up the pace.
Plays a Scavenging Ooze. That's not what Ryan ordered.
Another way to gain some life.
Yep, he's going to start eating those creatures.
Nom.
When he can, at least.
Yeah, as long as he got the mana for it.
Yeah. Looks like maybe... Looks like he went ahead and ate.
One of those unearthed guys there.
Yep.
Will gain 1 life and get a +1 counter on him.
Scavenging Ooze just a 3/3 though, so...
Does die to pretty much any burn spell out there.
Yeah. Oh. Plays a Spellskite.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
Maybe he's worried about that 3/3 now. Decided, okay, I can at least have a guy in the way and knowing that you're not going to burn him off or anything like that.
Here is a Wall of Roots.
Another great way to generate mana.
A Wall of Roots.
Wall of Roots there. You put a -0/-1.
It's very important. It is a different counter.
It is a different counter. So Malira does not stop counters from going on it.
Correct.
-0/-1, you get a green added to your mana pool.
Yep.
Can only activate this once per turn, though. During your turn or your opponent's turn.
And for anyone that is interested out there, Mutarin did share his list with us.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I got that all linked up for you guys.
Nice guy.
You guys can take a look at that. See if a bug list interests you.
Bug is always a nice color combination there. So, Ryan in an awkward spot here. Like, it's getting closer and closer to when Devin's going to be able to get everything starting, like, essentially assembled here. He's got a beater now with his Scavenging Ooze is up to a 4/4. So things are looking tough. Now, it looks like there's a Pyroclasm here. So he's thinking, okay, I can kill off this Overseer, and I can kill off the bird. Is that really where I need to be at? And I think you wait. Because it can kill off Kitchen Finks, it can also kill off Malira, could kill off Anafenza. So I think you just wait. And yeah, that's what Ryan says, there's some stuff out, but it would only kill 2 of them. I think I can wait. He also has, looks like, what was that, Searing Blood? That deals damage to a creature, and if it kills it, you deal 3 to target player, or 2 to target player.
You talking about Searing Blaze?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, with Landfall?
No, it's the one that has, like, the blood coming off the hand.
Oh. I think.
I forgot the name of that card. But I think it exiles the creature, too.
Oh, okay.
For 2
okay.
red.
That's not bad.
So, maybe it only deals 2 damage to the creature. I don't remember. But is a potential to help deal with some of the combo stuff.
Devin back at 14. He's just eating creatures left and right.
I mean, now the Scoos is a 5/5. When your burn player is a more creature-based deck like this mono red burn is, it's easy to have Scoos get really, really big. Oh, okay, so he brought in his Pegasus here.
Yo, thank you, Mutaran.
Searing Blood, woohoo! Which is 2/1 flying, non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. Salia, but has evasion because it can fly.
Vryn Wingmare.
Yep. Just basically saying, hey, I know you've got some removal in your hand that you want to use. Now you can't. You can't.
And here comes a big swing from Scavenging Ooze. It's
Yeah.
going to take Ryan to 15.
And we'll see him just pass on over. So if there's a land drop here, then we could see some nice plays. But it looks like there's an Eidolon, a Rift Bolt. So I think the Eidolon just seems the way to go. Missing these land drops is very relevant right now.
It is. I have... And I could be wrong. Here's a Canopy Vista tapped. I feel as though if he had the Eidolon in hand since the beginning...
Why not have played it?
He should have played it before the Goblin Guide and before the Spellskite. Because if you look at Devin's board, 1, 2, 2... he could have been taking damage here for these creatures that he's trying to put out on the board.
That's true.
So I just like the Eidolon to be out there first. Devin looks like he's got the Renegade Rallier, he's got an Anafenza, the Kintree Spirit, and then maybe a Fiend Hunter, it looks like?
That's what it looks like. Yep, Fiend Hunter.
Fiend Hunter seems fine. However, I think either way it's going to go to that Spellskite, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he is actually that concerned about the Eidolon, because I think here you just swing in with your Scavenging Ooze and your Pegasus, and if he blocks, alright, cool, you kill off one of his creatures that you can just use Scoos to eat again, and he's guaranteed taking 2.
I mean, that's the thing, like, I know he's in the tank, he's thinking about what he wants to do, but
I mean,
when you don't have the combo,
Rallier, yeah, like
but you have this many creatures on board, I think you just go to beats.
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly fine.
It's basically plan B.
You know, I know you're trying to combo off, but just bring the beats. We're trying to get a player to 0, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the objective. Yep, and here we go.
Fiend Hunter. Target.
We'll take 2 to be able to cast him. What is he targeting? Eidolon, he says. I'm already at 10. I better put a stop to this now.
Okay, it is 3. Why did he tap so much mana? Oh, Vryn.
No, Vryn is non-creature. This thing I think ender tapped because he's only got 1 basic.
Oh, true. Okay. It checks out.
The math is accurate.
I was like, why did he tap so much? Looks like our table judge is kind of helping resolve the play. Hoping maybe the question is hey, if that Fiend Hunter comes down and targets my Eidolon,
can I redirect it?
Can I redirect it to my spell guide?
Yeah, how does that work? And the answer is yes.
All you gotta do is pay 2 life.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
What are you shuffling there, friend?
Magic cards. What are you shuffling?
Really? Really?
A modern deck.
Really?
That is
Really?
blue-white. Got, some Jace Friends Prodigy in it.
Yeah, you're not a good person.
Serum Vision, some might call it. Remands in there. Cryptic Commands. You know, just some blue-white stuff. Disallow. There's a singleton disallow in there.
It's a great card.
It is. I like it a lot. All right. Decision time. Do we pay the 2 life or not? What do you feel here?
Yeah, I mean, I think you do pay the 2 life. I think your Eidolon is important. Well, you know what? I take that back. Because if you keep the Spellskite on...
Oh!
Did he play it just
Okay, alright. I see what they're going over here. Enter the battlefield, trigger,
Yeah.
on the stack. Basically like Tidehollow Scholar. Exile target creature.
Okay.
And then it reads when he leaves the battlefield, turn that creature. Okay, while that exiling trigger is on the stack, you will sacrifice Fiend Hunter to Viscerous here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the leave the battlefield trigger then is placed on top.
Ah.
So he comes back into play and then is exiled and permanently exiled. That was the confusion, and now it all makes sense. You can also do that with Tidehollow Scholar. If you sack it while the trigger's on the stack, that card is permanently exiled from their hand. So now I understand where the confusion was going on and what was going on. Oh, can you actually do that? Really? I don't get to keep a creature? It's gone? So that was what was happening, guys.
And now we bring the beats.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That should be the plan. 7 would be coming across. And then it's like, hey, you spent that 2 life to sit there and protect this Eidolon. Are you going to just throw him in the way now? No? Alright. Well, then you'll take 7. There is an Anafenza in hand. So he could be able to play Anafenza next turn. Why just the Scavenging Ooze?
Bad beats.
That makes not as much sense to me.
Yeah, I mean I think you bring the Pegasus across as well.
Yeah, like the extra 2. It's got evasion. Eidolon can't get in the way of it, so.
True.
Pyroclasm.
Seems fine.
Oh, Searing Blood.
Kill that. You'll take 3.
I'll take 2.
Ryan will go to 6.
Mhm.
Devin will go to.
Cannot miss your detrimental triggers. He should be at 7.
We'll go to 7. It also is exiled, yeah?
No, I was thinking of a different card.
Oh, okay.
Like Pillar of Flame and things like that deal 2 damage in exile when they die. Oh, he's got 2 Anafenzas.
Perfect.
Not quite where you want to be, but that's okay.
They're legendary.
They are legendary.
Play 1,
Bolster.
take 2 damage. Play the other, bolster.
Okay.
Combo.
Yeah, have to block here. I'll take 2, go to 4.
Here's a land.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he's got a Rift Bolt.
Yeah. But that's basically 4 mana with with that Pegasus to do it. Pyroclasm actually costs 3.
Okay. And man, just a lightning bolt would just.
Finish that guy off.
And then just lightning bolt your Scavenging Ooze and let's reset.
Yep. But now.
The dream.
The dream. Bringing the beats across. It's like, man, there was my Eidolon. Wish I had that Chandra. All right.
Yeah, Chandra would have been nice.
So game 1.
Game 1.
Or match 1, I guess you could say. Because that was 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see some new faces.
I agree. It is nice to see some new faces. Like we said, guys, we're only going to have 4 rounds. So 1 round already in the books. We got 3 more to go.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we got some new faces. We got some decks we haven't seen in a while. Abzan Company.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing, guys. It's gonna be around for a little while, so be ready for it. Be
Just
ready.
waiting for Splinter Twin.
You're ready for that, I know. All right, so let's
Just
take a look at our
waiting.
points.
For Splinter Twin.
Not like we said, there wasn't as many people this last week, so we do end up with not as many, meaning 4 rounds. So half our players sitting with 3 points, half trying to get a victory here.
Yeah.
In round number 2 there. the kind of the normal faces that you'd expect to see coming out here. Looks like we've got our end boss sitting with 3 points. TJ is also sitting with 3 points there. Croc sitting with 3 points. Got Dwayne with 3 points. Chris Schindel, one of our newer players, 3 points. Up by JMU, up that way, I think he was saying.
Stanton, I believe. Stanton, Virginia is where he's coming from.
Phil's there, got 3 points. We just saw Devin with 3 points. And then, of course, our other players trying. See if they can get one for round number 2. But let's just speed it along, guys. Got some more exciting rounds.
Oh! Out of Stanton.
Out of Stanton. Cool. All right. Round 2. There's this great Magic player and a scrub on camera tonight. So
I really wish you wouldn't talk about Johnny that way.
he is a great Magic player.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Johnny actually went to regionals. I meant to find out what his final record was at the end there.
And also had to play you there, too.
Did have to play me there, too.
So this was good practice.
This is a nice warm-up for both of us. Johnny did have to play, like, the mirror, I think, he said, when he was at regionals, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Grixis Delver, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, Grixis, it's the thing, man. Beta push. Lightning Bolt. Terminate.
I think aren't people running less Terminates now?
Yeah, because Fatal Push is just that good. Alright, shuffling up, getting ready. So we've got Infect versus Grixis Delver. Trying out the peak right now in this list for this round on camera. Sweet shuffling techniques. This has to be Delver's game, right? Yeah, especially the Grixis colors make it a much better matchup for Grixis than Infect.
Wow.
Talk about a good roll, huh?
Yo, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, I think I only run one dice roll on Saturday. I was having some bad luck. Yeah, Staticaster equals GG. Staticaster is super rude. Twisted Image does deal with that, and Pithing Needle does deal with that, but if I don't have those, I'm just... every creature I have is dead. Unless you have Pendelhaven, then you can do like some interactions that way, and like, oh, while you tap it to deal 1 damage, well, I'm going to use Mutagenic Growth, or I'm going to somehow try to stay alive and stuff like that, but it is not a good position to be in if you're sitting across from a Grixis player. So, only way to start, going to 17. Just ask Brett. It's the slogan he lives by.
Oh yeah, I mean, oh no, not me. That's Nan's slogan. When he plays a modern Magic deck, if he's not going to 17,
something's wrong.
Yeah, he makes sure that he takes a damage somewhere else.
Thought sees myself.
Yeah. Pain land, go.
Yeah. All right, on your end step, I'm gonna tap for a black just to deal damage. And Johnny's going to fetch up to 19 there. Get himself a Steam Vent.